So I did do Shaq's podcast this week. It's out right now. Let me give the proper. Let me give his podcast out. If you had me on, I want to make sure I got you right. Give the right name to it. The Big Podcast with Shaq. So he just got it going. It's only been around like 3 weeks. He had Udonis Haslam. He's had the boxing champ, Alicia Baumgardner, and I don't think he had anybody. But anyways, Shaq's people called, and I was like, yeah, of course I want to do it. You can't say no to Shaq. So they flew me down to Atlanta. They filmed it at his house. Here's the bad part about going to Shaq's house, by the way. So since my divorce, I've been, quote unquote, living below my means. Been living in apartments, studio apartments, stayed at a friend's house for a little bit. Just because you're trying to navigate through stuff and get on your feet and you're paying all this stuff. So I finally built a house, moved into it. I'm just getting in it this week. Haven't officially moved in. We finally closed, got into the house, and I'm all excited, man. You know, I'm really excited about my house. It's beautiful. It's everything I wanted. And then I fly to Atlanta. We filmed the podcast at Shaq's house. And I've been to Shaq's house in Orlando, and that one was really nice. And then I go this compound in Atlanta, and I was like, this is the wrong house to be in before you move into a house. Because now I'm looking at my house like it's a piece of shit. I got lost. There's been 2 houses in my life that I got lost in. Shaq's house in Atlanta and Quincy Jones' house. Those are the 2 houses I've been in that I could not find my way out. I was like, and Shaq's, I've known the guy for so many years, but I remember we're sitting there and he was like, I want to say hi to his mom. And he goes, yeah, Gary, come upstairs. So then we go upstairs. And it's funny about Shaq. He's always got these massive homes, as he should. But he always likes to hang out in the kitchen at the bar. The little island in the kitchen. I don't ever remember seeing Shaq sit on a couch, go to his room and hang out, go to, I don't know, an entertainment area. He's always sitting right there in the kitchen. And then we went up there and he said, hey, man, come stay for lunch. It's like, all right. Still had the same chef that he's had. If you go to YouTube, you can look up, if you type in Gary Owen Shaq, me and his chef did a couple funny sketches. When I had the TV show with Shaq back in 2012, we had a couple funny sketches we did together where I was talking about, I was in Shaq's kitchen and I was like, yeah, I'm at Shaq's house, and Shaq told me when I come to his house, my house is his house. So I'm gonna introduce you to his chef, and the chef's not talking to me. And I go, Chef, can I get roasted duck and a mango salsa? He goes, fuck off. And I go, all right. And then I go get some cereal from Frosted Flakes, and I go to the fridge, and the guy goes, hey, the fuck you doing? And I was like, I'm getting some milk. He goes, nah. And he closed the fridge, and I was like, guess I'll eat it dry. It's just a funny sketch. But he's got the same chef that he had in Orlando. He's got him in Atlanta. So he's cooking food up, and we're just cutting it up. So then I'm leaving, and Shaq's doing a photo shoot with his mom for something. And I'm walking. I thought I went to the right door. I went to the wrong door. Now I was looking at some trophy case of Shaq's like MVP, his SBs, his NBA title trophies. I'm now, so it's kind of interesting. I'm just looking at it. And then I go through another door, and I'm in Shaq's closet, I guess. And then Shaq's like trying on these outfits. And I go, I don't know how to get out of here. So then they tell me, go downstairs, make a right. I ended up in a bathroom. I don't know whose bathroom it was. I was downstairs in some bathroom. I go, okay. Then I end up in this side room where Shaq always adores. He's got this huge bed with the big Superman logo on top. So then I go downstairs and I see the bed and I go, wait a minute. I saw this bed on the internet and I thought this was in his bedroom. And then I was like, And then somebody goes, what are you trying to do, Gary? I was like, I'm trying to get out of here. It's like, okay. I go, is this Shaq's bedroom? They're like, no, he just brought the bed over from Orlando and put it down here. I was like, oh, I guess he has another bed. But it's weird. As a dude, you see a bed at Shaq's house the size of this bed. I've never seen a bed this big in my life. Probably could sleep 10 comfortably. As a guy, you start immediately going to freaky shit. Like, man, you could have one hell of a menage a trois in this bed. You could have a menage a trois and everybody could sleep separately. You wouldn't have to even touch each other when you go to bed. But, I think only guys think like that. But I finally got out of the house, figured it out. But, yeah, just shouts out to Shaq and the big podcast with Shaq. Check it out. I'm on this week's episode. It's pretty funny. I don't know. Shaq needed me to help him roast Barkley, but I turned the tables and kind of roasted Shaq. Well, it kind of roasted Barkley a little bit, but we'll see if they air that because I got a little dark. But it was funny. We were reminiscing about we had a TV show together, and let me know I got fired. I got fired from the TV show. To this day I don't know why I got fired, but I did get fired. But I told Shaq, hey man, you fired me from that show Upload. All right, I said, I got fired. He goes, no. I let you go because I knew the show was on its way to failing. So I let you go before we got canceled. Which, he's not lying, because I did the first season, and they only made it halfway through the second season. They canceled it. So whether Shaq's lying or not, he's going to make you feel good about it. So, yeah, it was always cool to catch up to Shaq and get lost in his house. And I was just like, and then I came back home and went to my house for the first night, and I go, man, this is a really big house. Not as big as Shaq's, but it's still big. I mean, he had a tree house. I've never seen a tree house. It was huge. I wanted to live in a tree house. And then he had like another house behind that, and probably I was just like, it was a lot. It was just a lot.